I'm Laura Clothier, and this is my daughter Molly. And Molly is 7 years old.
Hi.
Yeah. Molly, from the get-go, started missing milestones. She was very delayed, wasn't rolling over, wasn't sitting up, and we really didn't have an answer for the longest time. And just before her second birthday, she started having all these eye flutters and all of these, what we know at the time, we weren't sure. And come to find out, they were absence seizures. She was having hundreds a day. And so, and then upon the pandemic hitting, we still pursued answers, but of course medicine kind of slowed down. And finally, we found the right medicine and controlled her seizures, and our neurologist ordered genetic testing. And we discovered that she has a genetic disorder called SYNGAP1. Right now, there's 1,300 of us in the world. We know it's underdiagnosed, but Molly is a super rare child. And so she has intellectual disabilities. She's very curious. She's nonverbal. She's very unsteady on her feet because her brain and her neurons and her muscles can't communicate. Her body makes half as much SYNGAP protein as it's supposed to. So she does pretty well for what she's got going on. The miscommunication between her brain and her nerves is that she doesn't sweat. Her body can't sense that she's hot. So we applied to get funding for whole house air conditioning. Insurance has turned us down. Everyone's turned us down to fund this project so Molly can live in her home. She'll be with us for the rest of her life. So this is going to help us tremendously make our home more accessible and more comfortable for Molly. So we're super grateful. When we got the call, you could have picked me up off the floor. I was so flabbergasted and so thankful. I had kind of put it out of my mind, but it was in the back of my head that it's January and they start picking names, and I had my fingers crossed, but wasn't trying to get my hopes up because everyone says no up until this point. I get excited to apply and insurance says no and the state says no, and so I was secretly keeping it in the back of my mind, but I was trying not to get my hopes up. And when that student called, I just, praise God, I fell to the floor and I was just so thankful. And my husband was out plowing, and so when he came in, I couldn't wait to tell him. I was like, "You're never gonna believe it," and so we were just over the moon excited. We just want to say thank you so much for all you do. We have cousins in the district. The Fish family are my cousins, and of course their kids. So I'm older. The Lisa and the John and the Nikki, are my age, but Allie and Ashlyn, I know, have danced for years, and we've supported them. My mother goes to St. Michael's and, always helps out with the breakfast, and we always shop at Hannaford, and, so even though we're from Corinth, we've always supported South High Marathon Dance, and what you kids do is just incredible, and from a mama's heart, I can't thank you enough. Go Bulldogs! Thank you, dancers!